This is Vet Tales, the story of the Sailing Veterinary Clinic. Last episode, we explored Bahia Concepcion, tackling veterinary and boat projects. This episode, we continue our work in this area and set sail for more adventures. Heading in for our second surgical day with PAW Mulege. So PAW Mulege has been in this area for 25 years doing low-cost and free spay and neuter vaccines and medical treatments for animals. It worked out very well because we happened to be in the area when they actually didn't have a volunteer veterinarian coming to visit them. So yeah, we've been able to help them with a bunch of stuff. We've done clinic days and surgical days, and yeah, we're going to do another one today. We were focusing on surgical cases for our visit, in particular trying to do as many spay and neuters as we could. The PAW Mulege team has this down pat, so together we were able to get a lot done. We'd like to say a big thank you to SV Dallas and our patrons and donators who made this project possible. If you're a YouTube channel or an individual who'd like to sponsor a project, let us know. We also had some less routine surgeries, including removing a small lump from a pug's face.
Not too bad. Oh, Chili, you're very cute.
Got a little lump there. It's more or less a wart, but it's growing quickly, so we'll take it off. I just cover the eyes with a little wet one when I'm cauterizing close. Small benign lumps like this can be removed using electrocautery, which is a hot blade that cuts through the skin while also burning it slightly to prevent bleeding. It's pretty quick and easy.
That's the smell of money.
Yeah, that is very true. Time to capture it on film.
Yeah, really.
Just beep.
No tiene raite. Mañana si quieres hacerlo conmigo y con Pacifico.
This little dog has an abscess. Apparently he has a history of getting them, but not sure whether he's been bitten or something's happened. We prescribed a special course of antibiotics for this little dog and left instructions with Dr. David on follow-up treatments to make sure this abscess is cured once and for all. So this guy we are castrating, but he also has a little umbilical hernia, so we're going to fix that as well.
I'll be famous when I'm...
Very.
Oh, shit. My grandson did the sickos on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll
this
have
is
a
their
look.
t-shirts.
Okay, así ponla en
Primero,
Okay.
se le miran las tripas.
And they've got just like...
Luego aquí.
That was our last day at the PAW Mulege clinic. It was really busy. We saw a bunch of cases again. We've done a ton of spay and neuter the last few days at the clinic, but also done some like more difficult or more complicated cases like the lump removals, seeing dogs with eye issues, skin issues, that kind of thing, plus the clinic and surgery day we did last week. So it's been really busy. Being the only surgeon, I am feeling a little tired today, but it's been really, really good. We feel like we've really achieved a lot today. Plus the animals we got to vaccinate and check up on in the villages as well. We are actually going to look at moving the boat this afternoon right away. We're going to head to an anchorage called Santo Domingo on the other side of Bahia Concepcion, so that we are in a better position to take a weather window down to Loreto. It's been a pretty big day, and sometimes I find when we just keep pushing on like this, I can get a little bit run down, and getting run down can quickly lead to burnout. So I'm very careful to make sure I schedule some rest and some days off in. If you're feeling run down or having any other problems, talking to a therapist really can help. And on that note, we would like to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp makes starting therapy really easy. You can learn more about BetterHelp by visiting the link in the description below, or visit betterhelp.com/vettales and you'll be helping support our channel too. To get started with BetterHelp, you simply fill out a questionnaire about what you are looking for in therapy and the kind of therapist you would like. BetterHelp then matches you with one of over 30,000 therapists in their network, and you can schedule sessions as a phone call, video chat, or even messaging, whatever works best for you. And one of the great things about BetterHelp is if for some reason your therapist isn't the perfect fit for you, you can find a new one with a simple click of the button at no additional cost. Join over 4 million people who've used BetterHelp to start living happier and healthier lives. You can get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp by visiting www.betterhelp.com/vettales or clicking the link in the description below. Alright, we are heading around the corner to Santo Domingo, which will put us in a better jumping off spot to start heading south to Loreto with this little weather window we've got over the next couple of days. We've got visitors! Hello, pretties! I think more are coming. Oh, there's one. There's more over here. Where'd they go? I think they've left. Whenever we see dolphins or any wildlife that is unusual at the beginning or an end of a trip, I take it as an omen of good things to come. So it's going to be a great trip.
I hope so.
All right, we made it to Santo Domingo. We did really well today. We've done like 9 surgeries today, a few consults, lifted anchor, and dropped anchor here 9 miles from where we were. And it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we'll actually be able to have a little rest, do some cooking, and get ready to get underway again tomorrow. We are underway on our way to probably Punta Pulpito, I think will be our first anchorage. It's about halfway between here and Loreto. Maybe we'll go further if we're making good time and are actually sailing. But it's meant to be a pretty calm day. Maybe we get wind in the afternoon, we'll see. As you can see right now though, very glassy. Got some little dolphin friends. Wonder if they'll come over this way.
They disappear.
Well, very strangely, we thought we'd have winds from the north if anything, but it's kind of been circling and it's made a bit of a like choppy sea state because there's rain. It really doesn't rain here very much, especially this time of year, so it's pretty unusual to have like a little front like this coming. See if it generates any wind, but as for right now, it's just kind of like circling light wind that's just like enough to make it a bit choppy out here. We saw a couple of little white caps.
And we got a whopping 4.5 knots. 4.8. 5.
Oh, 5 knot gusts.
5 knot gusts.
Yeah, that's not really sailing weather. More motor. So we're trying to get around this point, which is Punta Pulpito. We're making really good time because we are motoring at like 7 knots right now. We must have the current with us. We're doing like 2,500 RPM, and yeah, we're averaging 7 knots. So we're making really good time, but we are just motoring and motoring and motoring. So at this rate, we're going to be anchoring in Punta Pulpito around 2 o'clock. So we could go further to there's more anchorages closer to Loreto. But if the wind doesn't pick up, I just don't know if we want to just keep motoring all day. So we'll see. We'll either anchor early or we'll push on. We'll decide when we get closer, but we're almost there. We're only like an hour away probably from the first anchorage. We will decide when we get there, as we often do. It's just one of those overcast, not windy days where we're just getting kind of 5 knots of variable wind from lots of different directions, but mostly from behind, so it's just not quite enough to sail much in. You can see the rain starting again here, but we're not getting any wind from it. All right, engines off, sails up. We're pretty close to Punta Pulpito, which is the first anchorage. We're still undecided how far we're going to go today. Part of us wants to just go further since we're sailing, but we are only doing about 4 knots, and the next anchorage is another like, what is it, like 13 nautical miles, so you know, it'll take us a little while, but we'll see. We'll decide as the moments unfold. But it is nice to be sailing. We've got maybe like 6-7 knots of wind and we're going about 4 knots, so that's pretty good. Well, the weather's decided for us. We're going to go to the first anchorage because it's cold and raining and we don't have a dodger, so we're getting wet. We'd like to say another big thank you to SV Delos, who sponsored our project in Bahia Concepcion, and to all of our patrons and donors who keep the Sailing Veterinary Clinic afloat. You can help us continue our important work by becoming a patron, giving this video a like, and sharing it with other people who love adventures and animals. Until next time, stay chuffed, everybody.